All right, so since you already clicked on this, you're probably wondering, what do all these Ernie Ball endorsers, endorsees, artists, whatever you want to call them, what do they actually get from the company? And personally, I haven't seen a whole lot of videos on the topic, and I know I've been wondering that throughout the years. So I figured might as well share this video with you all because I just got my package for this year. And the stuff that is in there is not gonna be the same for every artist. I know I ordered some of the stuff, but I also know that every year they kind of put in a bunch of extra bits and bobs to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. As you can see, the box is completely sealed. I just got it the other day. So let's dive right in and see what we got, shall we? See what we got. If you're a subscriber, you're probably wondering, where is Alek unboxing this? What is this setup? Well, oh yeah. This is actually my my wife's sort of mini studio where she does some of her own projects. She's got a nice setup here that we can use so I can show this to you more properly than if I wasn't downstairs in my studio. I'm also kind of taking a break. It feels good if you're in some different space downstairs. Not looking particularly good right now because we're in mid-construction. I felt I'd take a little break from all that and share this one with you guys. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, nice. It's a whole bunch of strings. So these ones, I actually haven't tried yet because I've just started playing my 8-string a little over a year ago. And usually for my 7-string stuff, I would get a hybrid Slinky 6-string set and add a single string that's usually like 60 or 62 for that low A. But this is actually something really, really similar. That's some nice packaging right there. I think this is, well, because it's an 8-string set, I don't think they can fit 10 packages in one of these. But yeah, so you see how it's like, I like my plain strings kind of on the thinner end. I bend a lot and stuff, so and my wussy fingers can't take it if it's more than 9. I've played 10s, but it's just like it's unnecessarily hard to do, so I prefer 9s for that, and which is exactly what this is. So we got 9 through 46, right, if it was a 6-string set, and then they added a 64 and an 80 on the very bottom. I think I might have it exactly the same setup right now. I think I have a 62 instead of a 64, and perhaps a 75 or a 76 for my low E. This is great because I actually down-tune my my lower 3 strings, and I have this weird tuning which I call double, well, on the 7th string I call it double drop A, but this is some triple drop E, I guess, that I have on my 8th string. Top to bottom, it's E, B, G, D, A, D, A, E. It's kind of simple when you think about it. It's basically an extended drop D. Towards the lower end, you basically drop every single one down a whole step, right? So yeah, this is 8-string, skinny top, heavy bottom. It's just your regular nickel wound slinkies that they just put into an 8-string set. I wish they made this in 7-string, but back when I started playing 7 strings, I mean, what was that, like 2005, 2006 maybe? You could absolutely not get any set that's similar. You would have a lot of sets that are based off of a 10 6-string set, you know, your regular 10 to 46. But I really like my treble side to be a little bit on the thinner side, so can't handle it. All right, let's see what else we got. So we got Paradigm. Oh, good. These are acoustic. Perfect. Let's see this. These ones I've also never tried before. I think they're going to be absolutely beautiful. So far, I'm kind of used to the Earthworks, but I'm sure it's going to be fairly similar. These ones might be a little bit more bright, perhaps.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting. Yes, very distinguished.
Yeah, not something that I use very often, but you want a good acoustic string when you're in the studio, especially for steel string. Definitely want like a nice, you know, fresh, good sounding set for every session. So that's great. All right, what else? All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Ukulele. I remember mentioning that I needed this, so it's great that they remembered. All right. So these are nice. Yeah, just your regular ball and nylon ukulele string. So it's for concert or soprano. That's nice. I don't use uke very often, but again, like it's for, you know, that odd job that you'd get. Hey, we need, you know, some ukulele. Can you do it? You're like, of course. Let me put on my my Ernie Ball strings so my uke actually sounds good. All right, what else? Ooh, gaff tape. That is a nice gaffer tape. Yep, I actually ordered this. I don't think this is standard, but this is great when you're on stages. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. It's nice and sticky. That's perfect right there. Awesome, we'll put this to good use once we get back to playing live. Oh, I got 2 of those. That's nice. Okay, great. So we got a whole lot of these 8-string sets, so that's great. Okay, wow. That's a lot of those. Let's see what this is. So these are the original acoustic. Oh no, wait. These are, okay, so these are awesome. These are Earthwood nylon classic ball end strings for my Emma Electric Meets Acoustic. It's basically your nylon string just without a resonant box. It's beautiful, it sounds great. It's got a Fishman pickup in it. It sounds amazing. Custom made but with Gorilla. Thanks with Gorilla. Yeah, these are gonna be awesome. I don't use them very often, but again, once I do, it's gonna, I actually have a nylon string piece on this new record. It's gonna be, these are gonna come in handy for that one for sure. Okay, what else? Ah, yeah, nice. I've seen these. So these are called Prodigy picks. They're on the thicker side, but they are really nice actually. I got the 1.5 mil and 2 mil. Let's open it up. Yeah, these are gonna be great for all of that metal stuff. Maybe even for bass, honestly. Whenever I play with a pick, which is not very often, but oh yeah, these feel great. Nice. You see they have all these different shapes. So there's like a teardrop thing. This is your Jazz 3, and this is like your Jazz 3 XL. And you see you got your triangular ones here. It's a bit smaller version of that. I never understood this, but I know some killer players that play with these teardrops, and I have no idea how. I think this is your, I think Jeff Loomis likes to play with these, sort of like heavily slated Jazz 3s. I never, honestly, we'll see how this feels, but for me, it's this shape right here. I love this. Honestly, this 2 mil is a little bit too heavy for me. You can kind of still bend them, but it's definitely, it feels good though. Like it's nice and grippy. Different packaging. Not a Ziploc bag. All right, and this is your 1.5 mil. Same deal, just a little bit thinner. Same shapes, same sizes. A little bit more flexible, but very much similar in feel. We're gonna put these to the test in a bit. And what else did we get? What is this? Ah, flat wounds. Okay. Yep, I remember specifically asking for one of these because I have a fretless bass which I need to restring, and this is gonna come in handy. It's nice. I love playing fretless stuff. I wish they made fretless guitar strings, but they don't, unfortunately. Oh yes, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, these are awesome. Now, if you're into strap locks, then you've probably tried a bunch of these, and if you're anything like me, you probably landed on these and just never looked back, ever. I've tried so many different strap locks. I mean, over the years, right? We're talking like, what, 15 years ago? Before I was with Ernie Ball, or anyone for that matter, I was still back in Serbia playing with like bands and stuff. When I started touring, I went through probably 8 different strap locks. I'm a pretty active player. I like to run around the stage, you know, mess with the guitar, Plus, I play relatively heavy guitars, like especially Puffy. She's kind of on the heavier side. You need a nice and durable strap lock, right? Which these are, honestly, nothing comes even close to these super locks. Like, it's literally every time that I get a new guitar, I know I need to get a pair of these, a new strap, and put these right on. It's I've never broken one once. Plus these posts are nice because you can still use it with, you know, your regular straps. Plus they look normal, like it doesn't have like weird shapes. They just look like your regular, maybe slightly bigger strap posts, right? But nothing nothing out of the ordinary until you put the actual strap locks on, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is like sturdy. It's great. Highly recommending these ones. Highly. Can't say enough good things. And yeah, that seems to be it. There's nothing else in the box. Seems to be it. But yeah, it's basically just a whole lot of strings to carry you over to next year. These are actually really nice. They're nice and grippy. They seem to be, I would not be surprised if these wear out pretty easily, but we'll see. But they're nice and sharp. Not sure if you can pick that up, but the point is really fine, right? I almost like prefer the feel of this thicker one, the 2 mil. Interesting. The 1.5 mil is a little bit more grippy on the hands. It's about the same. It's about the same. Maybe perhaps just like a little bit. Yeah, this is nice. Really sharp, both of these. I know a bunch of people get one of these as well. So I got this last year. So might as well open it because I don't think I ever opened it. Just to kind of see what's going on in there. Musician's Toolkit. Okay. Interesting. So you got peg winder, string cutters. That's going to come in handy. Microfiber polish cloth. Now that's sweet. Wonder wipes. Highly recommended as well. Hex wrenches. Why didn't I open this before? Stainless steel ruler and 6-in-1 screwdriver. So you get your cutters. These look fairly nice, actually. And now this guy. These are really handy if you're on tour. I have a bit of a more compact version of my own. Definitely if you don't have a touring kit, this is pretty much everything that you might need, depending on what you really use. You got a small Phillips, a bit larger Phillips. Like, I don't know who actually uses these, but they're there if you need them. It's a screwdriver. It's okay. And this is awesome right here. I love their microfiber cloths. Like, this cleans your strings up like really good. They don't leave any like residue, any like, you know, those fibers that you sometimes get on the strings when you clean them. These are absolutely perfect. I'm gonna put this one to use for sure. It's nice they include that. Yeah, this is just your regular peg winder. Fun fact, back home in Serbia, we call this the Montenegrin. And Montenegro is it's an adjacent country. We speak the same language. It's basically we used to be the same country. It's like your California and Nevada, or, you know, Massachusetts and Maine, or whatever. Like, and there's always some stereotypes tied to the people living there. And supposedly Montenegrins are a little bit like on the lazier side, I guess. I'm not allowed to say anything because my wife is Montenegrin, so I think I'm gonna stay out of that one. But yeah, we call this the Montenegrin because you're too lazy to wind the strings yourself and use this, right? And yeah, you got a bunch of these hex keys. They're kind of nice and long, so that's good. But honestly, it's a question of how many of these are you actually gonna use. I always reach for like 1 or 2, and like that's it. These thin ones are sometimes tricky to find, so it's actually nice that they're kind of on the longer side. I wonder if these are imperial or metric. I'm guessing they're imperial since they're from the US, but could go either way. And yeah, you get this like ruler. Oh, this is for string height? Or just like a regular ruler. This one is both metric and imperial. 6 inches or 15 centimeters. Got a conversion table, this and that. It's nice, nice touch. But it's honestly, I'm not sure what you would use this for. Aside from string gauge, really I have no idea. But it's nice. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Well, honestly, I'm really looking forward to seeing what these can do. I often get these questions about like cobalts, if they, oh yeah, oh, that smells nice. This packaging is absolutely awesome. There's this certain smell about these that no other strings smell quite like this. And anywhere in the world that you purchase these, they're gonna smell exactly the same. And that's really what I appreciate about these strings. I mean, it's like they are exactly the same every single time, right? So if you purchase a set of Slinkies in China or in Serbia or North America, they're always gonna be the same string. So quality control, Ernie Ball, thumbs up, seriously. And yeah, some of my students ask about these cobalts. And personally, I like the sound, but somehow the talk about like sissy hands, right? Like they're just a little bit too rough for me. Like when you feel them under your hand, they're kind of like sandpaper almost, right? Like they're kind of rough on the hands if you play them a lot, right? And if you do a lot of sliding and stuff. So I tend to use these Slinkies. Let's put these bad boys in. Before we get to that, I would really like to thank Ernie Ball for all of this stuff and the awesome support that we've received over the years. And I'm sure all of my fellow artists are going to relate. It's just such an awesome company it's a family, really. It's really what it feels like to be with the company. So thank you, Ernie Ball. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support, and it really means a lot. But yeah, let's see how these sound. So it turns out that you actually get both metric and imperial. That's awesome. That's absolutely great. Kudos, Ernie Ball, for doing that. This is absolutely awesome. So that basically means you'll never need another hex key, as long as you keep them and not lose them. Another reason why I really like these Ernie Balls, they're really durable. When you have a Floyd Rose system or any floating bridge, right, which constantly goes up and down a little bit, it can be really tough on the strings because you're constantly bending them on just this one single point. You're constantly doing this, you know. Considering how I play, I really don't break a whole lot of them. I also pick kind of hard, so that doesn't help. So I do break them, but not as often as I would with some other strings. I've been playing like Floyd Rose my whole life, and I would go to some other string and I would definitely start breaking them earlier than I would with Ernie Balls. If you change them often, you get nothing to worry about. Let's use our Montenegrin friend. These are really awesome. They get in there like super tight, way better than what you would get in like Home Depot or whatever. And this is a 3mm one. I can tell you, it's exactly 3mm. Perfection. Usually there's like a little wiggle room when you put it like in, especially like around these like Floyd Roses and stuff. You're always wondering like how tight you want to go because you're afraid that you're going to strip it. And yeah, none of that with this one. Really good. This is probably about the nicest hex key that I've ever used. Neat little trick when you restring a Floyd Rose guitar. It's always a question of how long should I leave the string, right? Because if it's a double locking system, then you kind of have to cut the string relatively close to its final length, right? Which is not the easiest thing. How I personally do it, I put the ball end at the headstock over here, lock it in place, because I have a set of locking tuners, but if you don't, it doesn't really matter. You lay the string down, full length, all the way along the neck of the guitar and over here by the bridge. You see where this whole cutaway kind of ends right here. I'm not sure if you can see that here because of this cloth, but it's kind of like right about there, right? I found in my experience that that's a great place to start. Like that's safe. Like if you cut your string there, like you're gonna be absolutely fine. If you just prefer it straight to the post and then like half a turn, by all means you can do that. But this is a nice and safe place because it's not gonna slip. It gives you about just the right amount. So if you cut it there, it should give you just enough length to get as many or as few windings as you want over at the headstock. Okay. Sounds great. Let's tune her up and see how she does. Hell yeah, I love these. These are amazing. Especially, it's really great that they put these heavier gauges on the bottom. Really helps out with the lower end, with the tension, especially if you have a multi-scale like that Isabel is 26.5 to 27.5. So the lower end really feels amazing. Love these. Thanks again, Ernie Ball, for sending this over. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you all for watching. Hope you got a bit of a sense of what Ernie Ball treats us as artists. And I'm curious to hear what strings you guys use in your own playing. Maybe you like Ernie Ball, maybe you prefer another brand. I'm actually super curious to find out. Maybe I know there's like other brands popping up all the time. So if you have a favorite of yours, totally let me know down in the comments, and more importantly, why. Let me know down below. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe, hit the like button, the little notification bell, all that good stuff. And yeah, there's going to be some more of these in the future. I actually kind of like these unboxing videos. It's kind of interesting to share the suspense. Ooh, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? Thanks again for watching. I'm going to go back now and keep working in my studio. So hopefully we get done with that so I can finish my solo record. So look out for that part 4, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right? Ciao.